Hi folks, Mike Passman, the Auto Doctor from Auto Options. Today I'd like to talk to you about engine overheating. Again, I keep referencing BMWs because that's where most of my knowledge the last 20 years has come from. BMW has a dampened temperature gauge. So whenever you see the temperature gauge start moving away from the center position, that car is getting very hot, very quick. And usually it will go from the halfway position to full hot within less than a minute. Bad thing is, these engines are very delicate to overheating. They can withstand an overheat, but not for very long. What happened to this car? This car was driving and overheated. I think the owner wasn't able to get to the side of the road quick enough to shut it off and had to drive it a little bit longer than he should have. And what happened is the head gasket is blown. This car has virtually no compression. And you can tell that when you spin your car, after the car cools off and you try to start it, it spins real fast. With a good battery, 90% of the time that means your compression is gone. In this case, the compression is gone and it's due to a blown head gasket. Now the thing is, this is an aluminum block. Aluminum blocks with steel head bolts. Now, back in the day, it was very common to replace head gaskets, and it was no big deal. On this particular engine, if you replace the head gasket, what usually happens is when you go to torque the head bolts, they won't hold the torque. It just pulls the threads right out of the block. So that generally means it's time for an engine, perhaps a used engine. I did find some used engines for this car, and this is a pretty nice car. I found some used engines for around $1,500. There's some as low as $1,000, but you got to be careful what you get. And this is actually a very nice car, and it's a shame that the engine died prematurely due to an overheat. Two biggest engine killers: overheat and lack of oil. If you run an engine without oil, you destroy the bottom end. If you overheat the engine, you destroy the bottom end and the top end a lot of times. That's it for today, folks. It's always a pleasure making these little short films. I hope it's informative, and I hope you'll like me on Facebook, Auto Jacks. It's Auto Options Jacks, all separate words, on Facebook, and it's autooptionsjacks.com, www.autooptionsjacks.com. And subscribe to this channel would be great too. All right, thanks folks. Have a good day. Bye.